Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to Jay's World, and I am back. Well, first of all, I would like to say happy 2019. Happy New Year to everybody. Look, I know we're heading towards the middle of the month, but hey, you know what? I had to get it out. All right, so happy New Year to everybody. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. I hope everybody had a wonderful, safe, happy New Year's. And I hope we are already getting started on our New Year's goals. I don't like to say resolutions, I like to say goals. One of my goals this year for 2019 is to start a vision board. And I've already started it. It's actually over there. You guys can't see, but it's actually in that direction of my little studio here. But anyway, and maybe one day I will share my vision board with you, okay? But anyway, so guys, a lot has happened in the news cycle. Now, as you know, on this channel, I do hot topics. So let's get started. Let's get started with some of the hot topics. And we'll start off the year 2019 with hot topics. All right, first let's start off with Wendy Williams. Wendy Bartholomew, no, I'm just joking. I won't be mean, y'all. But anyway, let's start off with Wendy Williams. Okay, first of all, I'm sure unless you've been living under a rock, you already know what's happening with Wendy Williams. It's that husband of hers. You know, apparently the husband has been cheating on Wendy Williams for a long time. He has a side chick on the other side of town, living in a house. Apparently this is the second time that the husband has gotten the side chick pregnant. So all of this, first of all of this stuff is alleged. We don't know this stuff to be true. So allegedly, Wendy Williams' husband is cheating on her with a kept woman on the other side of town. And a lot of people are giving Wendy Williams grief. And the only thing that I can say, I mean, first of all, let's be very clear. I am human and I don't wish bad on anyone's marriage, on anyone's relationship, or anything like that. But Wendy Williams, I must tell you, you reap what you sow. You know, I mean, and you got to know that this stuff is coming back to you and people are giving it to you hard, Wendy. You know, you've built your entire career on dragging people, on attacking people's marriages, on attacking people's children. You've been very malicious with your words and your intent. So, I mean, hey, you know, you reap what you sow and you're getting exactly what you put out into the universe, you know. So I don't feel sorry for Wendy Williams. And I really do feel that she is getting a lot of what she, you know, everything that she put out, she's getting back to her. Now, with all of that said, again, Wendy Williams, I you know, there's that side of me that feels bad for Wendy Williams because no one wants to have a bad marriage or a bad relationship, and especially they don't want to live out this stuff in the entire in the public, in front of the entire world. But Wendy Williams is a public figure, and like I said before, she's built her entire career on being malicious and being evil and dragging people and attacking other people's relationships and children. So Wendy, I'm sorry, you know, you're getting some of your stuff right on back to you. So I don't feel sorry for you, but I wish you well. And now, as far as her television show, I'm not sure what exactly is going to happen with that television show. I know they've been pushing off the date for 2019. I think at one point it was supposed to come back on the 12th. Now then they pushed it to the 14th. Now they're saying that they're pushing her coming back to the show until like the 21st or 22nd. To my knowledge and from what I've heard on the news or on the news cycle, that they are beginning to start the show back up. They're just going to have like a panel of guests talking about hot topics all day, you know, I guess for the duration of the hour, so until Wendy's return. So I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely trouble over there in Hunterville, over in the Hunter household. Wendy Williams, that's her, you know, her married name. So yeah, it's crazy, y'all. It's real crazy, you know. And like I said, I just hate to see anybody's relationship, you know, go sour or go bad. But again, you know, you reap what you sow. So good luck with you, Wendy. I really do hope to see you come back, and I just hopefully hope to see you come back as a better person. I personally don't mind the hot topics. You know, I occasionally do hot topics on my channel. I just feel if you're going to talk about hot topics, it's okay to render your opinion. You just don't have to be malicious and mean with it. That's not necessary, and that's always been my problem with Wendy Williams. So that. All right. So next, oh Lord, y'all. R. Kelly, R. Kelly, Aura Kelly. All right, guys, let's talk about it. I'll be honest, I really did not want to start off my new year on my channel talking about R. Kelly, but it's what's out there. It's in the news feed. It's on everyone's minds, on everyone's lips. It's all in the blogs. It's in the major news. Everyone's talking about it. So I will render my little 2 cents on the matter as well. Well, actually, I'll do more than just render my little 2 cents. Because, I mean, look, what R. Kelly has been doing and has been doing all of his career has just been absolutely horrific. It's been horrible. R. Kelly is very known to have pretty much, gone after young women of a particular age, and not even women. These are little girls, young women under the age of 15. From allegedly, from what everyone has been saying, R. Kelly loves girls, pretty much little girls between the ages of 12 and 15, which I think is absolutely disgusting. But I think what's more disgusting about R. Kelly is the fact that people in his camp have enabled him to do it. And another blogger said something that I really do, I have to co-sign. A person like R. Kelly would not survive if he were not in a pedophile-friendly environment. R. Kelly has surrounded himself his entire career with yes people. People have done his dirty work for him. They've forged records for him. They've lied on legal documents. The one guy that was in the documentary that you guys saw, he lied about Aaliyah's age. I think Aaliyah was 15 years old, and he lied on the document and said the girl was 18. So he has always surrounded himself with yes people, and people that will do his bidding for him, and people that will cover for him. Because let's be very clear, I think R. Kelly is a sick person, but he's also a very smart person, and he really honestly is the epitome of a master manipulator. I mean, everything that R. Kelly has done throughout his entire career has been very meticulous and very manipulative. I really don't think this man makes any move without planning and thinking it out. And like I said, I think R. Kelly is just disgusting, but here's what really bothers me about the whole R. Kelly thing. It's like some people, people on social media, including myself. I've been very vocal on Facebook, and I've said a little bit on Instagram as well about how we need to have a bigger conversation about this R. Kelly thing. And there's been this debate on Facebook, some people saying, oh, you don't need to talk about it. We need to just focus on R. Kelly, and we don't need to bring up other people. And I'm sorry, I disagree with that. I think we absolutely need to bring up other people. We need to bring up pastors. We need to bring up coaches. We need to bring up our co-workers, uncles, aunts, all of these people. I'm sorry. We all know that somebody in our community that is doing what R. Kelly has been doing. And for far too long, particularly in the African American community, we have been hush hush. We're going to cover for the pastor because, hey, the pastor gives a great sermon, so we're not going to talk about the fact that the pastor is doing this thing, or the teacher, or the high school coach, or our neighbor, or our best friend, or that uncle that comes to the house occasionally. I'm sorry, there is a larger conversation that absolutely has to be had in our communities, particularly in the African American community. So yes, we absolutely need to bring up other people, because guess what? If we had been having these conversations about other people that are doing the same thing that R. Kelly is doing, R. Kelly to this day would not feel as comfortable to do what he's doing. And let's be very clear, R. Kelly has been doing this for a long time, and he, to this date, is still doing it. Because he did go to court, and for whatever reason, the charges didn't stick, which is baffling to me. And that's a whole nother conversation. So I think this whole thing is a mess, but I just hope finally moving forward that we can all learn something from this R. Kelly situation, and let's start having a conversation. Let's start talking to our young people. Let's start talking to each other. I know it's uncomfortable, y'all. I know no one really wants to talk about it, but these are conversations that have to be had, because if we start being more open and honest with these conversations, the R. Kellys of the world will probably either go away or we can get help from them. So that's my commentary on the whole R. Kelly thing. You guys let me know what you think about this whole thing. Like I said, it's disgusting and it's heartbreaking. I did see the whole entire series, and by part 4, my stomach just wanted to turn, so it's just a whole mess, y'all. So let's just start talking about it more. So hopefully we can get some resolve to this thing. All right. So anyway, let's talk about Tiffany Haddish. Now, I've briefly talked about Tiffany Haddish on this channel before, a little bit, when she's done some other stuff. But I'll be honest, y'all. Okay, well, let me just explain to you guys what I'm talking about. For those of you that have been living under a rock and that don't know, Tiffany Haddish, this past New Year's pretty much bombed. I mean, she got on stage, she was slurring her words, she was inebriated, she forgot her jokes, she was reading from an iPad, she was snapping at people in the audience. I mean, she was just completely unprofessional. It was so bad that this one guy got up with his cell phone and was just saying that she wasn't ready, which is kind of funny and ironic in itself, because this was supposed to have been the kickoff of the She Ready tour by Tiffany Haddish, and wouldn't you know, she wasn't ready. She wasn't prepared. She wasn't professional. She wasn't anything, and it's just sad, And the thing that really bothers me is the fact that you have people out there that are trying to run interference for Tiffany Haddish. Look, I understand that you are a Tiffany Haddish fan, I personally, I'm not a Tiffany Haddish fan, and I just don't find her funny. I just don't, I'm just so over her saying, she ready, other than that, like Cat Williams said, what Tiffany Haddish joke can you really repeat? But that's neither here nor there. That's a whole nother video. But like I said, there are people that just don't find her funny. I happen to be one of those. But just because I don't find her funny and I'm not a fan does not mean that I don't want this sister to win. Because just like for every person that does not find her funny, there are 2 people out there that find her funny. But my thing is, whether I find you funny or not, when people come to see you, when people spend their hard-earned money to buy tickets, and I looked up those Tiffany Haddish tickets online. I mean, those tickets are going anywhere from $105 to almost $200. I mean, can you imagine that evening, that New Year's evening? You got all dressed up, you left, you bought your ticket, you're sitting in the audience, you're a big fan, and for Tiffany Haddish to come out there and to be completely unprofessional and to bomb like that, and then just blow it off as, oh well. And that was pretty much her attitude. That's not cool, and that's not right, and it's not fair. So, to all of you Tiffany Haddish fans out there, I understand you like her, that's your girl, and you want to defend her, but you cannot defend her bad behavior. You cannot defend mediocrity. These people paid money to see a show, and she did not deliver. Personally, I feel everybody in that audience should have gotten their money back. Period. So, Tiffany Haddish, you were not ready. And not only were you not ready, your attitude sucked. And you need to honestly apologize. Stop making excuses. Go to your big brother, Kevin Hart, who claims to have taken you under his wing. And Kevin Hart, you need to talk to your girl. Now I don't find Kevin Hart funny as well, but I do respect Kevin Hart's hustle. Kevin Hart is probably one of the hardest working people in the entertainment industry right now. Whether you like him or not, or whether you feel he's funny or not, the brother's work ethic is off the chain. So Kevin Hart, that's your little sister. You need to get into your sister's behind and get her together and let her know that what she did was not cool. I'm sorry. Okay? It just is what it is. But speaking of Kevin Hart, let's go right ahead and segue on over into my boy, Kevin Hart. All right. I just recently, as a matter of fact, this morning, as recent as this morning, I just caught the Breakfast Club interview with Kevin Hart. And you know what? This is what bothers me about Kevin Hart. Okay, you guys know Kevin Hart has been in a lot of hot water lately with the gay community over some tweets that he made a long time ago, and the fact that whether he should say I'm sorry or not, and all of that stuff. I don't want to get into all of that, because that's a whole nother subject and a whole nother video. Maybe one day I will. But anyway, I just find that Kevin Hart, when he gets on the Breakfast Club, with Charlamagne the God and what's your boy name, DJ Envy and Angela Yee. His interviews on that show is like Donald Trump going to the Fox network. Because if you notice, Donald Trump never interviews with any other major news platforms. Not saying that Kevin Hart doesn't. Kevin Hart does do other interviews, but Kevin Hart pretty much gets a huge pass whenever he's on the Breakfast Club. And I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that. I mean, Charlamagne the God, who is very known to be an antagonist, he loves to get under people's skin and ask them the tough questions and, just kind of rattle them. But Charlamagne the God, whenever Kevin Hart is on that show, he just hurls him these little softball questions, or if they ask Kevin Hart a tough question, it has to be prefaced with a compliment. You have to tell Kevin Hart how great he is and how wonderful he is before you ask him the tough question. And like I said, these questions really aren't tough. So I just sort of took that whole interview with a grain of salt because, I know Kevin Hart has bought all of them, like these fancy chairs that they sit in. He flies that whole group, to like charity events and he donates to money for them and all this stuff. So I really feel that Kevin Hart has pretty much bought and paid for the Breakfast crew. All of those guys are on that show. So I really don't take any of their questions. I just don't take that interview seriously because I just really feel that they are bought and paid. That's just my opinion. But you guys check out that interview on the Breakfast Club and let me know what you think about it. But anyway, as far as Kevin Hart, I just, like I said, just like pretty much like Tiffany Haddish, I don't find Kevin Hart funny. I do respect his work ethic and I do respect his hustle, but he's just not funny to me. I'll take that back. Every so often I know the one character that he normally plays, it's kind of funny and I'll get a chuckle out of it. But for the most part, I'm good on Kevin Hart. I can take him or leave him. But anyway, so all right. So that's all I got for Hot Topics. So last but not least, I'm going to do something a little different on my channel. Ever so often, I'm going to shout out one of my favorite YouTubers here in the YouTube universe. So anyway, I'm kicking off 2019 by shouting out Life with the McIntyres. Woo! They are Jay's pick. They are Jay's pick of this week. You guys, I really do love this channel. This channel features their dad, Michael McIntyre, the mom, Shantia McIntyre, and all of their beautiful children. I really love this family. One of my favorite. They're just a feel-good family, and it's a channel that everybody can watch. The grandma, the grandkids, your auntie, everybody can just sit around and watch this channel. I love Life with the McIntyres. This is a great family. If I had to describe Life with the McIntyres, it would be a combination of the Cosbys and Martin and Gina. If you mixed the Cosby Show and Martin and Gina, smushed them in a bottle, shook them up, and poured them out, you would have Life with the McIntyres. Definitely one of my favorite channels here on YouTube. So you guys, please go check out this family. They're great, they're funny, they're wholesome, absolutely adorable. I love them, and I know you guys will love them too. And and one more thing. They don't know this, but I'm actually a long lost relative of the McIntyres. My real name is Jaquise Marquavius Devontae McIntyre. I'm a McIntyre. They just don't know it yet. I mean, look, I was gonna break it out to them at the next McIntyre family cookout, but I decided, you know what? Hey, let's start off the New Year's 2019. So let me just go ahead and let the McIntyres know how. Anyway, so all right, so guys, that's it. That's all I got. Thank you so much for watching my little channel. Shout out to all of my new subscribers. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.